Hi everybody, welcome to Paper Wishes Weekly Webisodes. I'm Lene Gehrig, and today from our friends at Creatief Art, we've got the Creative Cutout Collection for My Happy Little Garden. We've got 23 die-cut shapes and all these cute little critters and flowers and butterflies, and then the coordinating 16-piece card topper. And you guys, together they make cards like this one. So fun. This is a giveaway card for this episode, so if you stick around you'll learn how one lucky viewer can win this card to keep or share with a friend. So come play with us. All right, let's take a look at these cute little background card toppers. So I have a 5 by 6.5 inch card, and the idea being you can either leave it plain like I did in the one in the opening, or you can cover it with patterned paper, and then they just go right on top just like that. It's really easy to use. You're getting 2 of each of these backgrounds, okay? And they're very lightweight paper, which is nice, so you're not getting an extra layer that's really heavy for mailing. Okay, 2 of each of these. I love all the little pots and things, and then the hanging pots, and just like the climbing vines and things. And then a sweet little park bench. And more of those pretty terracotta pots. I love the striping here of the paint too. And then you've got what looks like just like the background is a fence, and then you've got some climbing vines, and then the little stone path. And then a really colorful striped background with all these beautiful colorful flowers and leaves, and then a porch, and there we go. Okay, so that's 8 designs times 2 for 16. And then let's take a look at all the little die cut pieces, you guys. So you've got 23 of these. Okay, you're getting 1 of each, but you're getting to look at all the butterflies, then all these little containers. Okay, even a purse with flowers in it. You've got some birds, you've got hedgehog, squirrel, frog, and a little ladybug, and then another bird and a birdhouse. So cute. So let's take a look at these. And they're really nice quality die cuts. Sometimes they didn't get evacuated all the way, so they'll have a little piece like that that you just need to take out. But the register on the die cut, which means there's like no white background, it's just the image, which is really nice. And that's how I think it's a great way to tell if it's a really good quality image. Cute. And then all these beautiful containers of flowers, and then you're getting a frog and the bird. And these are, because of their size, these are considered foreground pieces. So you know anything about like photography or anything like that, there's a background and then there's something up closer that's foreground, okay? That's the front. So these would be placed like on your card like this, so you would have the background which farther away, and these are sort of sitting up closer. That's the size difference on these. These would be great for all kinds of paper crafting, scrapbooking, and I like the look of them. They're just have a little kind of almost a vintage feel about the art, which I can really appreciate. All right, so let's jump on to this one. As I said in the opening, this is our giveaway card, and I'm going to tell you about the card, and then I'll tell you about the giveaway at the end of the video, so stick around and wait for that. So as I said, 5 by 6.5 inches, and then I inked the edges of my card using a little cocoa bean ink and my little applicator tool. Okay, just a little brown edge on that. And then I took my background piece and I matted it with a little gold cardstock. Okay, this is polished gold mirror. Hello. And just put a little mat on there and then glued that to the card center. Then I took some gold thin line dazzle stickers. Okay, just little peel offs that are so easy to use, just like that. And I just went across the top, across the bottom, and then down the side. So you just have this little cross at the corners. All right, and then this thanks right here is from our 9 little words cutting dies from hot off the press. And I just went ahead and die cut that from a scrap of that same gold, polished gold cardstock, and glued that using the glues that we're using today. Cosmic Shimmer Specialist Acrylic Glue, Nuvo Deluxe Adhesive, okay, both dry clear, both dry flexible. They're not going to get all brittle on you. And both wonderful craft glues. And then this one, the Nuva, also comes in a smaller size. I believe this is 4 ounces. All right, and Debbie and I like to put those glues in like small little applicator bottles. And I'll list all of these down below the video if you're watching us on our Paper Wishes webisode page at paperwishes.com. If you're watching us on YouTube, just look below the video and you'll see a link in the description box where you can see all the items that we used, as well as the money saver on this collection, which is on the right-hand side. So I just used that tiny little bottle to put glue behind my little thanks, added that right there. And then I should have mentioned, I have to back up, rewind. So before I matted this piece with the gold cardstock, I actually glued this squirrel to the background piece, extending off the edge, just like this. But you'll see this piece right here is kind of this rounded piece. I trimmed that away so it's even with the card edge, okay, the background edge. Then I matted it with the gold cardstock. Now fast forward to where we are now. So this one is already on here, and then this piece right here, I foam taped that cute little hedgehog, so he's got a little bit of a lift to him. And for that, Debbie and I love using our giant roll of foam tape, 150 feet or 50 yards of 1/2 inch wide continuous foam tape. We also sell a lot of foam tape with the little tiny pieces that you can peel off, and they're little squares, which is great. But this is the better value because it lasts you so very long. So we highly recommend. All right, so next card. This is a little 5x5 card with the little sunflowers and also some Dazzle stickers. So what I did with my card is I took my little scoreboard, which I have hidden under a pile of stuff over here. And because it's a 5x5 card, I put what is the top of the card on my scoreboard, and I scored that, it's upside down, at 2.5 inches. Right, so that this bends, okay? This is the natural fold in the card right there. And then I covered my card after I scored it, okay? I like to kind of score it twice. And I covered it with this brown wood paper, you guys, and it's from, coincidentally, our Sunflowers 12x12 patterned cardstock, okay? And it has this great, beautiful wood pattern there with some stencils on it. So I went ahead and covered that, inked the edges with my cocoa bean ink. Then I went ahead and scored it again so that it scored here through this extra layer of paper. So I found by scoring it twice, it just works a lot better. You're not going to get like a wrinkle in your paper when you are trying to, well, it scores more easily if you're scoring it ahead of time and then putting the paper on it and scoring again, rather than trying to score through 2 layers of cardstock. That's just a lot for my scoreboard, so maybe it is for yours too. Once that's done, I took this little topper and I cut it down, you guys, to, let me grab my ruler. It is buried somewhere. Found it. So I cut this little topper piece down to just about 4 inches, 4 1/8 inch square, and then I matted it with a little red cardstock and then foam taped it to just the bottom edge of this fold, right? So that when it bends up like this, nothing sticks to the back side of it. Then I went ahead and foam taped these beautiful little sunflowers. The Happy Birthday Dazzle stickers come from this collection where you get this brown mirror, white, and gold. Is there another color? I think it's just these 3 colors. And I used the brown one, the Happy Birthday, right there. And then added these red butterfly dazzle stickers. And then when you pop this open, you guys, I used a little bit of paper from one of the backgrounds here, and then added the little bit of red cardstock on the bottom. And this is one of the cutout greetings from the paper pack, and I foam taped that. The foam tape is very important because it keeps your card from just slipping down like this. You need something to prop up. And it's propped open just like that, and added another one of those little butterflies right there. Okay, fun and easy card to put together. All right, next card. This is 5 by 6.5 inches, and I covered my entire card, you guys. I wanted something really soft and pastel, and this is Carnation's 12 by 12 patterned cardstock. I used this one right here in the paper pack. And then, you guys, I inked the edges of my topper using a little cocoa bean and my blender tool to give it a soft edge, glued it to the card front, and then I wanted to add something really fancy. So I found some gold corner peel-offs. Now, these are different than Dazzle stickers in that we did not design them. We purchased them from the manufacturer that does our Dazzle stickers. So they're called peel-offs, okay? Pretty much the same thing. And added those to the corners, a little sparkle there. And then right here, we have got our, which I forgot to take out of the package, these are More Greetings Dazzle stickers in colors. And these are new for us. We have had them in gold, silver, white, black for years. These were our very first Word Dazzle stickers that we did way, way back in the day. And recently, Paulette thought, why don't we have these in more colors? So she made them in more colors, and now we absolutely love them. And I used the pink one here for Deepest Sympathy. And then I like using a little pokey tool with that. When I lift those off, it makes it so much easier to loosen them up on the background and then to place them and drop them with a pokey tool. So highly recommend adding that to your cart. And then foam taping in the foreground here, we have our beautiful planter of flowers and a little butterfly right there, both foam taped, just for a little dimension. Okay, next one. All right, this is a tent-fold slimline card. Okay, so tent-fold being at the top, usually they're like at the side like this. This one can go at the top and still give you lots of places to play for design. And for this one, you guys, I used the little topper piece, and I wanted to include just the whole thing like this, but add a little bit along the top and the bottom to fill in that space. So I used some paper from Wildflowers and Wildlife 12 by 12 pattern cardstock. I used this one down here. It's this really great viney green print. And I just took 1.5 inches at the bottom and 1.5 inches at the top. Then I went ahead and glued my little topper right there on the center. I did have to trim off a little bit so it was even with the card edge. And then I added some khaki ink, okay, all around the card. And then some teal jewel border Dazzle stickers across the top and the bottom where that border was between the two papers. And then there's this cute little birdhouse here, this one right here, but I wanted it to be a birdhouse, so I just took this bird right here and I just glued it right here, so just sort of extended out the little post and then just glued it to the center of the card, added one of these little border dazzles all the way down so it's sort of hanging, and then I added some little paper flowers. These are so cute with the little rhinestones. And then I just added some of these peachy colors and yellow colors right there. And then this little high is from the same More Greeting Colorful Dazzles. And I used this navy blue right there. And then added some gold pearl butterfly dazzle stickers here and here. Just a simple card to put together. I think it turned out really cute. Okay, so let's jump back and talk about this fantastic collection. All these pieces that you're getting. All these card toppers. Okay, and the money saver, you guys, for these. Paulette has put together something really fun. The money saver is right there on the right-hand side if you're watching us on our Paper Wishes webisode page, okay? If you're watching us on YouTube, just look below the video in the description box and you'll see a link that'll take you to this Paper Wishes webisode page where you can see the money saver, and then also all of the supplies are listed down below the video, as well as full color photos of the cards. So let's go back to that first card I showed you in the opening. And this is our giveaway, and how we run our giveaway giveaway every week here at Paper Wishes. We ask that if you're watching us on our Paper Wishes webisode page at paperwishes.com, you hop on over to YouTube, okay? And our YouTube page is called My Paper Wishes. And we ask that while you're there that you just go ahead and subscribe to our YouTube channel, and then like this video that you're watching now with a thumbs up. Okay, and then leave us a comment. And then after about a week, we'll reply, congratulations, YouTube username blank. Okay, so you do have to know your YouTube username. It's how we identify you. If you're not sure what that is, go back and read your comment. It's labeled with your username. It's also a good idea to hit your notification bell on YouTube right up there in the corner. It'll let you know when we're announcing card winners and also when we're dropping new videos. So as I said, once we announce that, we give you instructions on how to claim your card. So I hope that you participate in that. We do it every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday videos. You would have to participate in them individually. And yeah, so you get 3 chances a week to win a card. Thanks for joining me today, you guys. This was a fun one. This is a great product for quick and easy cards. Use the papers that you may already have in your stash to add with these toppers. Really fun and easy to use. As I said, the money saver is right there, and I'll see you in the next one.